So CD picks up a frag onto Mark. Mark picks one up onto H. So 4-4, and again we have Brutal showing aggression on A, and Remix picks up a frag. Roxas follows up onto CD. Sexx and Paradox remain, and it doesn't really look good because Sucrumza is gonna spot Paradox dropping down. I think Paradox just got a glimpse of Sucrumza there. Well, surely has now. But Sucrumza is gonna go back, and Sexx is being pretty much bullied off on the A backside. So Roxas is gonna go for a fake yet again. Remix sitting there on the top A roof. Sucrumza, he's just holding his own back. He's gonna meet up with Paradox right now. Looks away at the worst possible timing, but Remix now has picked himself a frag onto Sexx. And there we go. Roxas is gonna close out the game. Round, in fact, as he shuts down Paradox. So, Spy is actually going to go fast into A, but I'm wondering if Mark is going to be that faster, because he seems to be getting an A pretty damn fast. Either way, CD actually pushed up on B, does take out Sucrumza, and literally they're right next to each other. But Mark will come on top. Lucky as well, following up with a frag onto H. Lucky is actually just going to continue to push out, but Sexx will actually down him. And Paradox now firing toward the bomb. And where's the bomb actually planted? I'm not quite curious. God mercy. It was actually on the left side. So Paradox was actually firing with a scope on the right spot, but now 2-on-2 and at a 2-on-1, they know exactly where CD is. Actually, CD manages to get himself on top and takes out Mark, and now only Remix remains. He's in mid-house, CD is gonna know it, but gonna go for that fool the fuse. Remix though does have his wall bang lined up. 5-2, and this is pretty weird getting into a game where you're just playing for like a round or two. But yeah, hectic stuff, and Brutal really keeping up the momentum on A. Mark there, a nice early frags in on frag in onto CDE, and now it's down to a 4-on-4, and this bomb is now not being contested. Czech team do opt to go for that rotation, but it's still Sucrumza lurking out there, and he should be able to connect that deagle onto Paradox because he's not watching. And there goes Paradox. Sucrumza should have the flank on lockdown. If he stays alive, he's going to be such a nuisance as well. There we go, Sucrumza with a second frag of the round. Spy, the only man to reply, but he will go down quickly afterwards by Remix. So Sexx is all that remains, and not for long. Roxas will take him out. 6-2, 4-round lead now for Brutal. And Sucrumza having a front spawn. He's going to go towards that bottom MG house, most likely. He's going to check out a grade on those B roads to stop any sort of aggression coming out. As he spots a player in tin, takes him out. CDE in the meanwhile did take out Lucky, but Mark again showing aggression on A with the SMG, takes out CDE. Does tag up Spy, and Spy is now still alive, and they just need to get rid of him. Then they got pretty much the bomb down. They should be able to get that bomb down. So 3-on-4. Brutal. They got a man advantage, and Paradox does manage to get rid of Remix. He knows Sucrumza is gonna be out here, but he's actually looking at the right spot. He's actually spotted the barrel of Sucrumza, and Roxas takes out Paradox, and Spy follows up with a frag on the Roxas. So just all onto Mark. And really well played by Paradox there, taking out two players, getting the Czech team back into the round. But Spy also confirms himself a great round, taking out Mark. So 6-3. If the Czech team get in another 3 additional rounds in, then it should be possible. Sucrumza this time not opting to go for that B push. That B hold as Mark goes down to a grenade by CD. Lucky, yeah, did manage to get himself on top A, but he's not being able to capitalize on it just yet. Paradox now being shut down after he did take out Roxas. And Spy Does pick up a frag onto Lucky. 2-on-4, make that a 2-on-3 as Sucrumza does take out Czech. And the bomb being dropped on the bricks. And there's in fact 2 players on A, and it is still a player over at Sin. Actually, CDE with an SMG. Quite surprised to see it out, but H has taken out Sucrumza there, and now it's all in remix. It was down to a 103, now a 102. He's got Spy and H to go. He's picked himself with the bomb as well, which is a good thing. Gonna go for a fake. He's got 1 player in mid and 1 player coming up behind him. But Spy all too ready, 6-4, and what an angle that was from Spy. Gonna pick it up with the all-time favorite Paradox. As he makes his way towards top B, didn't spot Sucrumza there. Sucrumza in fact all the way down on L-band. Paradox been quite smoked off, so he's not going to be able to do much. Instead, he's going to go with the deal and make sure nobody's going to push down that B top. Now pulls out the scope. Looks for a frag on 2 bricks. Can hear one possibly going towards that mid house. That player approaching was marked, but he's now being down, and Paradox with a beautiful wallbang onto Remix. And again, Czech team with 2 initial frags. Sucrumza though shines back with a frag of his own. Does spot one on top of that ladder. If he had attacked him, then CDU would have just fallen to his death. Look at it, gotta come in the back. Does spot 1 player, knows exactly there's gonna be another one in garage, but has been spotted by that 1 player. He's gonna regret not shooting him. And Sucrumza tanks out CDE, but Lucky's now so unlucky. Wow, Sucrumza just missed a full clip onto 1 player just standing out in the open. He's in a 103, he's not gonna go anywhere. 6-5 as Hitch will close out the round. And wow. That is still surprisingly going well for the Czech team. And now Mark being downed early on by a grenade. Lucky's managed to get himself inside A. He has spotted 1 player across. Did he not see him there? CDE's gonna take him out, and again 2 players to the good for Czech team. Make that 3. Well, hold down to 3-on-2. As Remix does manage to get himself a double kill, and the bomb being over in A, and should be able to pick that up quite easily. Sexax is gonna be all the way on 10. Paradox gonna be on top B. Probably Brutal should know where Paradox is. I mean, he's been playing top B pretty much all the time, so Reem's gonna go for a little bit of bomb tickle. I mean, the Czech team probably can't even hear that, and wow, how on earth did Sucrumza go down there to Sexax? There's now the bomb being faked yet again. Remix does find himself a frag onto Sucrumza. Picks up Paradox as well. Beautiful play by Remix. 7-5 and a 2-round lead for Brutal. And I believe the second map was either Crash or Crossfire. I'm not entirely sure anymore, but at least one of those is gonna be our map. And it is a best of 3, of course. So if you guys want to see any players, let me know in the chat, and I'll be happy to accommodate. But now I will pick it up with Mark, as it's going to be the man fast on A, but the attack from the Czech team is in fact not going towards A. So let's see what's going on here. I mean, CD is going to push red hole. Spy is actually going back towards the tank side, and CD does pick up a frag to Sucrumza. Roxas goes down as well, and Spy will go down quickly after to Lucky. And there's a Remix with another return onto CDE. Paradox finds himself a reply onto Remix. Gonna smoke off the B side, checking out an 8 on that car on the B road. Going for the plant straight away, not messing about here. As Mark and Lucky are scrambling to rotate towards the B bomb side, and Wow, can he still do it? Look, he's gonna get shot from the back by Hitch, who was in fact sitting on top of that MG house. And Mark, all on his own, can approach the bomb, shooting through the smoke. Not gonna connect with Paradox, as Paradox will take him out. 7-6, still in favor of Brutal, but the first round for the attackers will go in their favor. It looked like one of the SMGs had a front spawn from the Czech team. Well, I was gonna pick up with Spy, but he's already dead. Courtesy of Sekramze, and CDE now also gotta die to Mark. H, the only man to reply so far. So a lot of action happening in these early stages of the battle. And this time not going in favor of the Czech team. Saying that, Lucky goes down to Sexax, who was just on top of that wall. And Remix goes down to the Deagle of Paradox. So Paradox is gonna get control over the B ruins, which is gonna have some map information, and might have a clear sight of one on that B road. But marked out. That's down Paradox. And now down to a 2-on-2, which is always one of these nitty-gritty stages where either of the team will get a frag. They will likely win, but the bomb's now on top of that B ruins, and has Mark spotted it? I'm not entirely sure because you can't really tell from his perspective. But he will down Hitch. Really easy frag for Mark, and that's in fact his third frag of the round now. So Sexax remains. He's yet to pick up the bomb. Well, probably Mark has seen it because that bomb was actually quite outside that door. So, time ticking away. Sexax somehow does survive that jump. Gonna go for the plant straight away. Mark's rotating. Gonna try and stop that plant in there. It's actually worked out well for him. Mark with the 4-man. And there it is. 8-6. Brutal will keep the lead. Paradox gonna hold the A cross. Let us see. Not gonna be able to connect with Mark. He was just getting across. He was being tagged up by a grenade though. And the pace being slowed down. No early aggression as of yet. Sekramze in top B being pushed by an SMG. Gonna go on the jump and see if there's anyone at home on the bricks or in fact at mid-house. Mark does manage to pick up that frag onto a Hitch. Sekramze a little bit worried about his back there, and rightfully so, because City is out there. As of now, I thought someone just got a frag, but is that kill feed still hanging on in there? I'm not used to that. I've been using the CSGO where that all disappears. But yeah, Paradox with a bomb on side A. Risky business, but it looks like the Czech team now finding themselves with a man up. Gonna go for that plant, and there's Lucky just storming in on the A side. Spy will take him out though. 3-on-2. Make that a 2-on-2. Sekramze takes out Spy, and that's a nice return frag. And the Czech team now gonna have to rotate all the way towards A, and Remix will take out CDE from the flank. And that bomb will go down though. Sexax is working on it. He does manage to get himself the bomb down, so 1 or 2 should be possible. Yet he's kind of stuck on his A side. So Sekramze is not really covering anything, so you should be getting some information of where Sexax is now exactly, because he could be moving anywhere right now. And Remix gonna move in. He's being forced to watch a lot of corners. Oh, what? Wow. As if. Okay, Remix. Remix taking a sweet time to take out Sexax, so 9-6. As Brutal now in a 3-round lead. That was a bit weird. But yeah, because of my notifications don't work, I'd like to thank Ninjo, War King, and Ferex for following the stream. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But yeah, on to this round right now. Spy has been shut down by the grenade from Remix that was intended on that grey car. And wow! Oh my god, I thought Looker was just gonna get Paradox there. But Paradox with a beautiful no-scope onto Looker. But still, they are on the back foot with that one-man disadvantage. Roxas did take out Sexax right there. CD though does even up the odds, but not for long. As Remix takes him out. So Paradox has picked up an SMG. He's actually a little worried that someone might have been pushed up that heavily already, but now Hitch has been a little bit of trouble. Does somehow take out Roxas, and I'm still sticking with Paradox here because he should be your man to take out Remix any second now, unless Remix is actually just watching himself, and he is. But Paradox in fact just checks it and has a perfect angle onto Remix. Gonna smoke out on that B road. Gonna go for the plant straight away, knowing that Mark is probably gonna be around that A side. Mark this has already managed to get himself on the mid side. Does take out H right there. Now down to a 1-on-1. Paradox versus Mark. Mark does come on top, and that's gonna make it 10-6 as Mark goes clutch. Pretty much yet again.
Explosives diffused.
So looking at the scoreboard, Mark on 20 frags, Remix on 18. I haven't really shown that much at all, I keep forgetting. And Paradox, top fragging for the Czech team. Spy on 14. And a slight A push is gonna get hold up by a grenade from Mark. So Crumbs is gonna take that Spy as well, so an SMG already being down early on, not gonna be looking good for that A, so there's one player on top of that A roof that Mark is gonna rush down, and there goes City. He's been flashed up as well by the teammate of Brutal, but Sexax and H do get it themselves one frag collectively each, and well, there's not too much hopes left as Sexax is all that remains. The bomb is over at the A bricks, which is not a good thing. He's got Mark in mid garden, Remix all the way down on B, and Sukrams is just gonna camp on the brick side. And I doubt Sexax is gonna get any closer towards that bomb. And it really should not happen. It really should not. Oh wow. Sexax is actually gonna take up Sukrams there, but Sukrams should be recuperating that health. He has just done that. Sukrams just darts out, will take him out. 11-6. And only 2 more rounds to go, and there's their own map for Brutal. But having said that, the Czech team were down a couple of rounds as well on their defense, and they still managed to get it back. So H goes down early on. CD actually picking up the scope, shuts down Sukrumze, and Spy goes down to Luke. So is it Luke showing that aggression? He is. Just comes around the corner, deagles him down. And now Paradox and Sexax with a 2-on-3 after plant. We've got Paradox and Laundry, and now Sexax has managed to get himself the frag onto Mark. Sexax should be able to connect onto Lucky, will do so. Roxas is the old last man standing. He's gonna get surrounded, but no! Takes out Paradox, only 18 seconds left on the clock though. Sexax will drop him on the cross, 11-7. Can there be a slight comeback coming for the Czech team? Or will Brutal be able to close it out in the next 2 rounds? But yeah, Hitch though will open up things onto Sukrumze, and a lot of B aggression here for the Czech team. Once again, opting to go for that side, and looks like they're exploiting this B weakness quite nicely. Remix being timed out, which is not a good thing. Just timed out in the open, and Spy will find himself that double kill right now as he shuts down Roxas with the deagle. Lucky though. The Marks should be coming around the flank, but Spy comes on top. Hat-trick for frags for Spy. As he goes even further. He knows that Mark's gonna be in the mid-house, but Mark is actually gonna get knifed by Sexax, so he does finish it out in style. 11-8, and luckily Remix does come back to us quickly in a timely manner. So yet again, going for a bit of a B aggression. Remix though did manage to get himself a double kill with it back onto Paradox and Sexus with the grenade frag. CD does come back with a frag of his own, a hitch as well, following up onto it as CDE's frag. So looking at Sugrams are now down and out. And looking at Spy, he's in the back lines of Brutal. He will take out Mark, so A should be open, and really the Czech team should be able to capitalize on this and go towards that A side, get that bomb down. Get the clock running in their favor as Hitch will take out Roxas as well. And, well, even having a double grenade kill for Brutal seems not to be enough to take a round in.
Explosives planted.
Remix, though. Can he go for the ace? No, he can't. Spy will take him out. And 11-9 or 9-11. Yeah, that wasn't funny at all. But yeah, okay. So, Czech team sitting back. They don't want to die to grenades, as H does take out Lucky early on, and Lucky a little bit too aggressive maybe. I mean, it did pay off a couple of rounds back, but not gonna pay off always. CD does manage to take out Roxas as well, and Spy following up onto Remix. So 2 and 4, this is looking very grim for Brutal here, as Sucrumze, he's still with the scope as well. I honestly don't get why people scope him back on sometimes. I mean, he's just using the deagle as well. So Spy goes down to the deagle of Sucrumze. But I know by the fact that Sucrumze does favor that scope. He's gonna go for wall banks. Did he just tag out one? No, he didn't. It was in fact Mark taking out that player. But yeah, Mark falls to his death, 11-10. Down by 4 rounds it was, now just 1. And again, it looks like the Czech team want to go for that B side, exploiting the weakness of Brutal. Brutal seem to be really strong on A, like, doesn't even matter what side they're on. They've probably got their nades sorted out pretty nicely. Who's that in middle there? It was Spy. And Mark is still watching it. He's actually adjusted his angle, and now Spy goes down to Mark, so good job by Mark, and Roxas will find himself a Paradox, and that bomb's gonna be dropped wide in the open. That's not gonna be good at all for the Czech team, as Sucrumze will take out City. It is Sexax and Hitch that are your last 2 players against the full lineup still. And Sexax has been spotted. He's now your only man, in fact. He's sitting in at 1 versus 5. The bomb all the way down on the B road of the end of the defenders. And Mark's just going to jump around, taking out 3 players in that round. 12-10, that's going to be your map point for Brutal. So another B sort of aggression from the Czech team as they make they actually go with 3 players towards the B side. Spider with the SMG still around A. Sucrumze takes out one early on. CD will come back with a scope frag as well to Roxas. And there's Spy entering the A side. He's got 1 player just behind him. Does take a look at Paradox as well, shutting out Sucrumze. And it's all on to Mark right now. Oh wow, just gonna get bombed out by the grenade of CD, 12-11. Okay. This is gonna be an overtime? Damn it. You guys know I hate overtimes, right? Especially in CoD4, they can go on for... they just can go on and on and on and on. It's really frustrating sometimes. But yeah, Spy looking to do just that as he takes out Remix, and again, you're like, the Czech team are just going towards that B side. Saxox will follow up with a frag as it comes in, and Spy finds himself another frag onto Luke. The bomb is going to get planted on B. Roxas and Mark, I don't think they're going to be able to do it because there's one player in spawn. From the attackers, they should be able to get that down any sort of rotation. And Saxox on top of that mid roof will take a Roxas as well. And Mark just gonna get overwhelmed. So 12-12. Overtime. Overtime time. Yay. Hopefully they will ready up. Conflict between 5 kings confirmed. Nice one. So yeah, the Czech team back on the defensive side. They've probably lost a couple of rounds because I was playing. I'm not gonna make any excuses for that, but what the heck. Luque, gonna go for the EA aggression, and that's really brutal. Just brutal gaming, going for those A assaults, and it's going back to back now, surprisingly. And Spy is just gonna get a clean out. Look, hey, Sax as well finds himself the frag on a remix, and now Sucrum's one and only Swedish player in the server in a 1-on-3, and the bomb's over at A. He just hit one out on MG. He's got to get rid of Paradox, and he's got Saxox and Spy to go with. And it looks like Saxox is gonna adjust his position. Gonna sit a little bit closer to Spy, so if one of them dies, they should be able to get a return frag in. But saying that, I have seen worse. So Crumbs are gonna check out the smoke, and that's gonna pretty much cover a Saxox vision right there. So Crumbs are now going around the corner, not gonna happen as Saxox will take him out. Pushing a little bit out. And that's going to be 1-0 for the Czech team. Wow. Hitches is going to take out Mark and look at it with a grenade frag, and that is just great. 2 SMGs down early on, saying that Spy and CD will get down to Roxas as well. Paradox does come back with a frag onto Remix, and it's now down to a 2-on-3. Brutal. Down with a man. And Sucrum's here, sneaking his way in. Hitch though is not going to be spotting it. Paradox either. And Sucrum's he could actually quite be a ninja right now. Just crouching across the fields of backlot. He hasn't been spotted yet either, and Roxas is just kind of occupying them. Sucrum's will take out Paradox there, but does he know Hitch is still there? Hitch is in fact not peeking. Saxox just spotted a glimpse of Sucrum's there, and Hitch is gonna get taken out, and looks like Brutal coming back from that one-man deficit, and Roxas doing really well. He's got himself 3 kills this round, and it's all into Saxox. Does spot Sucrum's and tags him up just a little bit to make him back off, but Roxas just sitting behind that Frisch. He should be able to waste a lot of time from Saxox, which is now down to 30 seconds. Sucrum's is still holding the cross, which is the good thing to do here. Will spot him on the cross. Sucrum's does take him out, and really Sucrum's opened things up there. for Brutal. So 1-1 after a good start from the Czech team. I believe it was Hitch taking out 2 players with a grenade, and well, that could have ended up a lot worse for Brutal. As Mark goes aggressive, takes out CD. Will pay dividends, but CD does take out one from the grave, and that's going to be Luque down. So 4-4, and let's have a quick look over the map. It's quite chaotic here. Like, this plays left, right, and center, but Spy does take out Remix, who was pushed up all the way down on the MG, and a bit of a bomb tick on him. Surprised to see that one player named Saxox behind that A side is actually not fired off a single shot yet, knowing it was a fake. So H gonna take out Mark, and Saxox now giving his position away by firing off, but it does bully off the planter, which is all that matters. And Spy goes huge, and meanwhile taking out 2 plays, make that 3 collectively. So 2-1 as the Czech team are now in the lead in the overtime. And I think this is gonna be Brutal's map as well. So if the Czech team win this map, I quite favor them to win it in a 2-0 lead in terms of maps. So Scrumza does down City early on with a grenade frag. Luque gonna sit in a spot, in a very unorthodox spot, but now decides to back off as that smoke was fading away. Still, you'd think there's going to be a lot of B aggression yet again, but by the looks of it, Luque is actually adjusted his play by going towards B with the SMG, stopping any sort of aggression from happening. They didn't do it though, so. But it's a good still play dividends, and what a beautiful AK work there from Remix, taking out 2 players from the mid house and one on Redo as well. Luque does shut down Paradox there on the MG. He's in a bit of a battle there on with Saxox, but not too much of a battle, bit of a one-sided battle, as the SMG will of course always come on top on close range battles. 2-2, we're all square yet again. And there is no scopes, is there? I don't think there is a scope in the game at the moment, because nothing happened when I pressed my scope bind. So no scopes on either of the teams. Roxas and Mark downing 1 player each. And H really getting first bloods, and a lot of first bloods from H this matchup. And the Czech team kind of stuck around mid, kind of figuring out what to do, but there's still 2 players on A. And Spy in the meanwhile does even up the odds, taking out Roxas, so now down to a 3-on-3. So the bomb all the way over at the tank, and that should be alright actually. But Mark has just got rid of Hitch. And Mark takes out another Saxox on his own. Has got himself an SMG, which is quite nice, but not gonna be enough. Mark confirms himself a great round there, taking out 4 players in total. Oh, Remix put in a glimpse of one. I like why he's on the scope. I thought Remix was an AK, but okay. So Crumzido has picked up himself the AK, will take out H early on, so this time H not getting these early bloods in. And Paradox does take out Luque. And it's again this B assault, and if Brutal don't react to this fast enough, then it's gonna be problematic. Because CD is now already on the laundry side. Remix so does take out Paradox, so that scope actually, making me eat my words a little bit. Remix with yet another frag takes out CDE with a grenade. And that's gonna hold that B assault quite considerably. In fact, he's just gonna stop it completely. Because Spy is not gonna be able to do too much around this back tin side, and the bomb being all the way over at the B top. It's hard to recover. Especially when you have Sexax still around mid-house. Spider does take out one, but Sexax will go down immediately after, so that leaves Spy all on his own. He's gonna have to take out 3 more players. And he's got himself a scope. Okay. Wait a minute, what's Spy scoping? I didn't know that. But yeah, he wasn't gonna do that. Let's be fair. So that's gonna make it a 4-2 scoreline in total, 16-14, I believe. 16-14. I'm confident.